Welcome on into the Josh Reese Show. And this video is going to be the latest on Carmelo Anthony because there's always a new development in the Carmelo Anthony saga. And today is no different. But before we get into that, I would please invite you to follow my friends over at Countryside Massage here in Conroe, Texas. In the description box, I have them linked in there. Please click on the link. Give them a like on Facebook and follow them. I would appreciate that. They're supporters of my work that I do, and I'm supporters of the great work that they do in Conroe, Texas. Great place to get a massage. Seriously. So let's jump right into it. So yesterday, Friday, bombshell drops. Kyrie Irving once out of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it sent the NBA world in a tizzy. Among his list of teams that he wants to leave to, chief among them is the New York Knicks, along with the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Spurs and the Miami Heat. So, you ask yourself, why on earth is Kyrie Irving one of the main players with the Cavs that have helped them get to the finals the past couple years? Why on earth would he want to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers? Well, if you believe other reports out there, it looks like Kyrie Irving is ready to have his own team. And not only that, the rumors and the speculation of LeBron leaving next summer are just getting very, very massive. So this looks a little bit on the outside of Kyrie Irving just trying to get out before it all goes to shit. I kind of likened it on Twitter, and I kind of like my own analogy, so I'll share that. The Cleveland Cavaliers as a franchise is the Titanic. LeBron James leaving next summer, that's the iceberg. Kyrie Irving, he sees the iceberg coming. He knows what's about to happen. He is leaving before it all goes downhill, and he is ready to get out of town. So, why does Kyrie Irving why would Kyrie Irving have anything to do with Carmelo Anthony? Well, I'll tell you. The trade can happen with the New York Knicks. I know a lot of people are out there saying that there's no way the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers can make it work. But, I mean, it's possible. If you package Carmelo Anthony and insert young player Juan Herman Gomez or Frank Ntilikina that they just drafted, plus the New York Knicks are looking to also add a first-round pick to it, that gets pretty attractive to the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's very, very difficult to say no to. The thing that you have to worry about for the New York Knicks is that Carmelo Anthony, at the end of the day, still has the veto power and can say, no, I'm not going to go there. If you believe Frank Isola's story in the New York Daily News, he says that per sources to him of late Friday afternoon, so this is after this story with Kyrie Irving came out, says that his goal is still only to come to the Houston Rockets. So if you believe Frank Isola, the New York Daily News, after this news came out, would have been a perfect time for Carmelo Anthony to say, you know what? Maybe I do want to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It is obviously a better deal for the Knicks. It would be much easier for me to go to the Cavs than the Rockets. That doesn't seem to be the case. So what it leads me to believe is that Carmelo Anthony, like Mr. Kyrie Irving, does not want to be stuck on a sinking ship that's going down. He would rather be in a much more fluid and stable situation than the Cleveland Cavaliers. It also leads me to believe that Carmelo Anthony probably knows a little bit more than other people that LeBron James is leaving next year. And the last thing he wants to do is to be also looking for a new team like LeBron James, because Anthony can waive his, not waive, but he can not pick up his player option. And he would also be looking for another team as well. But he's not going to be making that same amount of money, so he'd rather be on a team where he's guaranteed to be making that same type of money for next season as well. And if you're not going to be, if Carmelo Anthony, excuse me, if LeBron James is not going to be on the Cavs next year, Carmelo Anthony apparently certainly does not want to be there. So it makes sense that Carmelo only wants to come to the Houston Rockets. And I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing reports that would say that as well, that when he waived his no trade clause to come to the Cleveland Cavaliers, that maybe he might have revised his list, and his list is only one team in the Houston Rockets. Maybe that is something that's going to be start to become a little bit more clear, because I really have a hard time seeing Carmelo Anthony going to the Cleveland Cavaliers now. Of course, if he wants to, that trade is out there. It can happen. It can work. So that is pretty much the latest on Carmelo Anthony. Not really huge, groundbreaking, shifting news like Carmelo Anthony is definitely on the way to Houston, but it's more trails and breadcrumbs that lead you to believe that this is starting to become a little bit of a snowball rolling downhill in terms of news. There's really not much else for the New York Knicks to do other than buy Carmelo Anthony out or just agree to a Ryan Anderson trade. At some point, one of those two things are going to happen, because it's really hard to see that Carmelo is going to be going back to the New York Knicks. So that's pretty much all I got. I probably should mention that there is a little bit of other news from Carmelo Anthony out there, but I found this as really minor news, and that was that Carmelo Anthony was willing to waive his $8 million trade kicker. And I really never thought that was really that big of a deal, considering the only deals that were out there were for Ryan Anderson and Carmelo Anthony. There was really never any other deals, so I never saw the Rockets including another salary in there to kind of counter that salary as well. So I did not feel that story is very relevant, because I kind of felt like that was already done. Carmelo Anthony waived that a long time ago to make the trade work, to make it palatable for the Houston Rockets, because it's not like they were going to include Trevor Ariza along with Ryan Anderson to make the trade work. So that was small potatoes in the big potato meal of Kyrie Irving announcing he's ready to leave, which pretty much leaves the Houston Rockets as the only hand for the New York Knicks. So New York has a lot of things going on right now. They just got new general manager. Steve Mills still in charge. So, I mean, they've got a lot of stuff to worry about. But this is the chief thing for the New York Knicks right now, to worry about making a trade for Carmelo Anthony. The pipe dream that is Kyrie Irving for Carmelo Anthony is probably very small chance of happening. I would imagine under 4% chance. Not even going to give it a 5% chance. Under 4% chance of happening. Houston is the place that Carmelo Anthony is going to go. And it's only going to be Houston, or it's going to be going to play for the New York Knicks. And I would be very surprised if Carmelo Anthony is playing on the New York Knicks come opening night. So that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you for giving this a watch. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like on Facebook, on YouTube. I would appreciate that. Also, if this is your first time viewing my YouTube channel, please give me a subscribe and a follow on Twitter. If you are not following me on Twitter, you can find me at Mr. Joshua. Also, share this with any other fans out there that you think have not been updated on all this news and innuendo, I guess you could call it, from Carmelo Anthony in the New York Knicks sweepstakes and all that stuff. Also, leave me a comment. Let me know how much of a possibility you think Kyrie Irving for Carmelo Anthony has. Do you think that has no legs? Do you think there's a little bit of a chance? More than a 4% chance like I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts. And also, if you haven't followed my friends over at Countryside Massage, please do that now. They're linked in the description below. Guys, I appreciate you for giving this video a watch, and we'll be back next time with more content. Hopefully, we'll be talking about Carmelo Anthony finally getting traded to the Houston Rockets. Till next time.